We're just gonna keep trying to figure out what the issue is until it's solved. There we go. We're just gonna keep trying to figure out what the issue is until it's solved.
That's me. Holy crap. This user. And, yeah.
We're just gonna keep trying to figure out. Let's see here. Okay, YouTube. This one we'll do. Good. All right. It's not made for kids. All right. All right, we're up. We are up. Play some music. Yep. Stream health, keep that. Keep stream health up. All right. In the middle, we'll have. We'll click that. This one. Click that. Go. That's gonna finish any lecture. All right, let's shuffle some music. Oh, all right. That is what we're listening to. I'll type something in the chat real quick to see if it works well. All right. So basically this stream is, I'm not sure if I touched on it, but basically this stream is for to check how well just to see how well my current settings for my GPU and my CPU will handle streaming and playing video games. I have a feeling that it's not going to be bad. But don't quote me because things change. Or depending, not depending. I'm hoping everything works out, but more than likely what's going to happen is that my PC is going to crash and I'm going to adjust clocks and then we'll see we'll see if the new settings work. Right now I have it. The lowest clock, or the minimum clock for my GPU is 500, and the maximum clock for the frequency is 3200. So I don't think that's the problem. It's like it has like that much space to do whatever it wants. But what I'm concerned about is the undervolting. I have it down to the 1110 undervolt, and in stress tests and benchmarks they work fine. So let's play a game. Let's see here. Halo Infinite. Do it. Change the game. Should capture it.
Using our laws to help their escape. An easy way out is what they create. Claiming the same is a way to freedom. People are stupid enough to believe them.
Okay. I'm changing the settings so that so you can see Halo everywhere. Yeah, I'm playing at 4K. All right. Alright, you need the desktop, I'll bring that up, but so yeah, my FPS definitely could go up. think it's gonna be fail, but we'll see. We'll be fixing that. It's too bad. Notice anything weird, like doing weird noises or anything like that? I'm trying to see the threshold of what it will and won't accept. How loud I'm talking. Yeah. I will pause the music once again starts. And I turned on audio ducking for this. I'm not sure how that works. Let's try it the other way. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I don't know. I think I did it the wrong way.
Capture the flag.
Alright, let's do this. Other.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Oh, goodness. I don't know about this mouse. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know about this mouse. It was a little slow. Feels good in my hand, but as far as
They have our flag. Take it back. Look there. An enemy flag carrier. Flag returned.
it's a little slow, a little laggy.
Everyone down. Shields are down. Flag captured.
Nice.
Hurry the
Straight
flag
through.
back to base. You're exposed, Spartan.
My shield's popped.
Flag
Nice.
captured.
Yeah, it's a little laggier than my Pro X. It sucks, man. I really like this mouse, but I think I'm gonna change to the Nano. No, not the best one, but that would be
Very
great.
popular.
It's got similar latency to the G Pro Superlight, but it has a cool shape, the ergonomic shape, which I absolutely love. This game.
Flag captured. Spectacular.
But I'm gonna stick with this mouse just because I like the ergonomic shape when fast response time. This is weird. Okay, so the game works and it's good so far. I'm starting to think it wasn't my overclock that undervolt overclocked on CPU and or on GPU and the overclock on the CPU that was the issue. I think it was the Expo that I would turn on, and then it just made my whole computer unstable. Yeah, but it's looking good so far. I mean, I'm really happy about that right now because I was having issues with streaming and overclocking. It made me sad because I like overclocking. I like having a little, it's what not even 10% more FPS. Not even 80, right now I'm getting 140 on Halo, and in game I was getting like 160, which is about 7%. I think that's well worth it. This is gonna be funny video, but I don't know what RAM does. I know it's like, I know what it does, but I don't know. I'm guessing because this RAM is 6,000 megahertz. Megahertz? Yeah, we can megahertz. MHz, CL30. But without Expo, it doesn't get to that. It gets to 4800, but that's still faster than DDR4. So I don't think I'm going to see a difference. I ran some benchmarks, and there was no change from it with Expo on and Expo off. Kind of like the heck. But I imagine the speed of such a Western tool investment. We're done.
Kill your opponent
cool.
and
Alright.
claim victory.
You can't believe it. I'm gonna pick up the lead.
Lost the lead.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Good stuff.
Spartans are closing in.
Gained the lead.
We've lost a teammate.
Why's my screen look
Spotted.
crazy?
Lost the lead.
Oh, nice.
Tango's closing in.
Can do math.
Enemy field's down.
Oh. should have dipped. I'm not as aware of my my map.
Rockets are available.
Got rockets.
Nice.
Off their shields.
It's just not responsive, and I don't like that.
Grab the sniper. A shield spot.
With that. Gain the lead. Halfway to victory.
Oh, you kidding me? Nice. Oh my god.
What a reliable weapon.
Shields are down.
Need more space.
Power weapon incoming. Power weapons on the field.
Damn, that was stupid.
Enemy shields down.
Good slide, bro. Get one kill at least. Not die. Lame. Yeah, I don't like the extra lag from this mouse. Not like it at all.
5 minutes remaining.
Gotta get a kill, gotta get a kill.
Victory.
Oh, got an assist. That's ought to count. That ought to count for something. Alright, looks like the game or the computer is completely stable, which is awesome. And I'm very happy.
Go pee. Be back. Awesome. Fun and awesome. Alright, so yesterday I was playing what's it called? Outer Worlds.
Escaping reality that surrounds you. Using faith an excuse to kill. A sick
Well, I
way
will
of life
say,
is now revealed.
looks weird. Okay. The colors look odd.
All the prayers in the world can help you now. A killer and maker of life is what you are. Speak no more lies. It's your turn to die.
All of them. Music going all hard. How do you? I don't know how to. I don't know how to get rid of stuff. Maybe here. Maybe if I go to sources, there are sources. I don't think there is. Sources. Well, I don't know how to do that. That's weird. I don't know why I wouldn't be more available places. Did I just delete them? There should definitely be a way to make this a lot easier. Hell, man, this is super weird. I feel like there would be, should be a easier way to do this. Alright, well, whatever. Should be like a manage sources button, I think. Whatever. Alright, let's do it. I enjoyed the control a lot more when I did not the control. Mouse and keyboard. I mean, just not the same. Not the same game on mouse and keyboard. Where's that lady? The Parvati? Alright, what do I do on? Let's see here. Nope, not that. Journal. Yeah, I'll keep doing the grave thing.
Got it. Heads down.
What? Oh, sorry. That's stealing, huh? Yeah, the game, the colors are like... I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say a word. I don't
Yes,
know
Mr.
what it
Thompson.
means.
I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
I don't know.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Wow.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
This dude is, flipping my phone. What's happening? You guys hear that too, right? Oh.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can. I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy. More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
I don't like marauders.
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. So you'll do it then? You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
No, I'll leave him alone. Let's go.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
What?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Damn.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Oh man, I don't know.
That's all I can ask of you.
I think I'm gonna ask around a little bit and find out exactly who's
Tuna for a year.
who's more I guess trustworthy. What I'll say.
I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Oh yeah? Nice.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with
Oh
germs.
jeez.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Nice.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your
Okay,
remains
so-
for interment.
One of those guys.
Ah, Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers.
Maze.
No,
That
that
worked.
won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Oh, there's a dead guy in here. Wow. That's interesting.
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development. Go ahead. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated.
Damn, that's messed
Still,
up.
it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Let's see here. Vicar. So I can find the vicar. Yeah, he's over here. Oh, maybe. Oh,
Heard something outside the walls today.
I think that's the other door. Oh no.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Is it Vicar? Or Vicar?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Nice. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see here. Any questions? Let's go for that one. I need to check the map. Why is there two? No, I'll go there first and then let me check my inventory. Maybe I should hit a shop if there is one. Oh, vending machines, right. Inventory. I don't have anything. Oh, yes I do. I'm gonna break it down. Food. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's see, where am I? Little. It doesn't show me? It didn't show where I am? Oh, I see, I see. Gotta go to the other side. Oh crap.
Nice one! That's the last of them!
I'm guessing this is nice. I'm guessing this place is deserted? Right? Else why would it be filled with weird creatures? Do I want to go in there? There's some stairs. Oh, there are. Anything of worth? Nice. See if we can open that door. This is terrible. Uh, they he had an idea, and they twisted the idea. He Thompson twisted this dude's idea, and now he's getting paid less. I'm guessing he would get paid less. Okay. Probably getting paid less while doing shitty work, it seems. Nice. Ooh. Whoa, hatchet. Locked. Alright. Might have to increase the sensitivity of this game, because a little bit not sensitive enough, I guess. I saw an enemy over there.
Look out!
Oh shit. Already chill. Oh crap. How do you... There we go. Damn, that sucked. What, are you crazy? This gun sucks, bro.
Heading out. Heading back.
Oh, got an assault rifle, alright. Probably what was killing her. Getting lit up. Alright, see if the assault rifle is any better. 215 DPS. Yep, it's a little better. Anybody in here? Oh. Okay. Interesting. The up and down is, it takes, oh my goodness, hold up. Gotta mess with settings because I do not like the way that feels. Control sensitivities, set up to 70, 65. Right. Alright. That's better. Don't want to pick it? Might as well. Maybe we'll get something good. Oh, I got a hat. Nice. Let's take some oh, I look good. I'll go with this one because it gives me a boost to long guns, and I'm a shooter. Okay, let's see. Map. So there, and we're going over there. Okay. Let's do this. This game reminds me a lot of look at that ship. Fallout. But like a little bit different in the refinement of it.
That hurts. Everyone all right?
Wrecked. I tried playing Fallout the other day because I played Fallout 4 before and I really enjoyed it. And I have the game. I remember why I stopped playing it. Because they were dead. I hear things. I'm like going over there. Let's go around. Every time I try to play it, it crashes. I don't know why. Makes me sad. I really want to play it. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh.
Here they come.
Ooh. Oh, damn. That dude sprinted at me. Why are you crazy? House is locked up. What's in here? Need more ammo for this gun. Yeah, this gun is amazing. It's a lot better than the other two I was using. But low ammo, so probably use these. Oh, nice. No ammo. Why are you locked? Alright. Let's go get some medicine. Here, stuff. Robot? Oh,
Here they come.
Brad. Oh crap, oh crap. Heal up.
The last of them.
Nice. What's my secret inventory? Where does it say? Oh, okay, I see. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of guns. Break them all down. All right. Hello. Oh shit. A dog. Nice. Cool. Whose arm is that, bro? Oh. Oh, cool. Alright, well, let's do this one. Oh my goodness, this is how they poop? What the hell was that? That thing bad? Oh, yep, 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 yep. Oh, oh, never mind. Guess it's not bad. Yes, guess it's making a sound. Nah. Oh. That's crazy. Ooh, a shotgun. Ride control, gear. Let's see here, with the shotgun. Oh, what's this? Why can't I unequip it? Hmm. Weird. Alright. I wonder if ammo weighs anything. Oh crap! It scared me. That's nice. Let's go talk to him. Do I have to sleep yet? Weird. Let's go upstairs. Oh, I gotta change the game, don't I? I gotta pee again. What a way to go. Did I miss something? Did I get the key card? I don't even know. Alright, got the ampicillin, now it's time for the, this satanic fiber. Alright, let's go.
Here they come!
Oh, damn.
That's gotta hurt. Nice one.
What's making that noise? Oh.
Everyone all right?
You get into this thing. Whatever. Oh, crud.
Clever.
That's on account of how I never met her. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him. Something you need?
Oh shit.
Incoming! Be right there!
Run away!
On my way! Be right there! In a jiff.
Nice. Alright. See here. I want to talk to that dude about whether or not he's like sick or not.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauder's got him.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You're kidding. Damn. Always thought he was made of sturdy stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Nothing I can do about that.
You wanna mingle, go try the cantina. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I don't know, man. Just, I don't know.
What can I do for you?
I've got some time. Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
I gotta talk to more people to find out more about these guys.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again? Edgewater, Jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive. Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet? Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
Odd guy.
I don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business. You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself. What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? Woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G? Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful. Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story? That right? Prove it. know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon. Coming right up.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, huh? In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Toilet.
Almost
Talk
lost a
to a few
finger.
more people.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside. Something you need?
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serves Spacer's Choice. Something to report? As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders.
Let's do it.
Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay, so we know the Marauders are not good dudes. They try to attack you on site. I can talk to these guys.
Somebody's been rambling about some colony ship.
We don't get a lot of visitors.
Oh, work gets around fast.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Where are we headed?
I just robbed her and she just doesn't... she... I don't know. Why would they call it that? Why would they not call it stealing? If she's gonna say that. It makes me sad. I don't want to take that from her.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside. I don't like coming out here. Street stay. Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here. Yeah, huh? My dad's... It's an office. Just my office. Where are we? If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
Alright.
Got my sights on you.
Some whole heads running around town talking about lost colony ships.
Wish we had some better rations.
We should keep our voices down.
What can I do for...
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler. If they start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set them straight.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me. Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk. I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's Choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the Plagued. You don't want what we've got. Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
Man, this is really sad.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work. I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell. You've got Adrena time? How? No, I don't want to know. I'm feeling a touch faint.
Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have told her that.
Boss won't let us have any Adrena time.
Oh, this guy's dead. They're dead. This is terrible.
What was that? Waste of company ammo! Stay down, miscreants! Huh? Something's not right. Spacer's Choice takes care of its own.
And your rations in?
Yep. 2 whole cans of saltuna.
Well, get a lot of visitors.
I just earned a fine bonus!
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident. Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Yo, look at this. What is this? Hammer? Man, I gotta pee. I'm gonna try these. 9. Buy that.
It's not the best choice.
Yeah. You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore? There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a 3rd shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Work your jaw on some Spacer's Chaw. Go right ahead. What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2. I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed? Go right ahead. Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here. Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
I hate you, vending machine.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick. Somebody's been rambling about some colony ship.
We don't get a lot of visitors.
I think I'm gonna call it there and go get something to eat and come back, watch some videos, just chill, hang out. Yeah. I'll be right back. Actually, let me. Okay, not working. Oh, I gotta save. Alright, I'll be back. Scoop. Oh man, I'll be right back. I'm back. Hold here. For a little bit. Man, I'm sorry. Actually, let's go to. Man, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Let's see what we can watch. Let's see here. It's not hardware test anymore. You guys, what do you feel like watching?
Another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay on our first impressions of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and today we're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. This is the full release of a game that has been in early access since the fall of 2020, believe it or not. So, quite some time. But that version of the game was limited, and only a small portion of it, where this is a full-fledged, massive, finalized release. And Baldur's Gate 3 is a big deal because it's a new full-fledged Dungeons and Dragons based game. The original Baldur's Gate, now a classic, was developed and released by BioWare in 1998, but now in 2023 we have Larian Studios at the helm, and they're the developers behind the heavyweight Divinity games, most recently the successful and great RPG Divinity Original Sin 2. You've probably heard about it. So now they've been recruited by Wizards of the Coast to go all in on a new Baldur's Gate game, and the result seems to be magic. So this is out on PC, and it'll be out on PS5 in September and Xbox eventually. And we've been playing a review copy for the last few days, but just know that this came in kind of hot. We didn't get it very early. No reviewer did. And this is a massive game. So we want to preface that this is strictly a review in progress, you know, strong first impressions only. Myself and co-writer on this, Eric, have been getting as many hours as we could in it, and we combined our powers because personally I'm not a big Dungeons and Dragons guy and he is, so that way you can get a bit of both perspectives. Now, since we often just do first impressions in Before You Buys, we thought it was important to at least give you the early heads up here. We've seen past the early access stuff, but we haven't seen the end of the game. So just know that. But that being said, all signs are pointing to this being pretty damn great. Couple of little things here and there, but it's a pretty sprawling RPG for quest and character lovers. It's challenging, but also has a staggering amount of flexibility for you to make mistakes, make some wrong choices, and experiment. And the game just keeps going, and you keep playing. No matter what you throw at it, it seems like it's always down to throw something back. You don't need to know too much about Dungeons and Dragons universes. You know, this is a new game, it's a new adventure, new characters, and you'll learn some of the lore as you go. It can be overwhelming, but I was able to get through it. And it's a fantasy world with a new, darker mystery afoot. The Mind Flayers are out there as a threat, and they're infecting people, and you and some others end up with little Mind Flayer tadpole spore type things burying itself in your head, and you gotta somehow get it out and figure out what's going on. Now, that is like the very, very early setup of the game. If you played the early access, you know, and for anybody else, I'm not spoiling anything. Trust me, it goes much further and dives into more fantasy, political intrigue, the occult, warring factions, basically everything you'd expect from a fantasy game, but with a good focus on strong characters and relationships. And that's where a lot of the work in the writing and the branching storylines show. And it seems really impressive. Even just with like a playthrough and loading some different saves and messing around, there's a lot going on. So when you start, you choose from one of 7 origin characters. These are all characters connected to the story with their own backstories, motivations, race, and of course, class type. Most of them are compelling and tempting, really, to select, but we ended up rolling our own custom character. You can also do that. You know, you create them, you change their face, you give them a backstory and a class, and they still have agency in the story, just like anyone else. But good luck focusing on the main quest out there, man. There are a lot of distractions pretty much right out of the gate. And all of it is tempting because it all seems thought out and interesting. Little quests will keep you intrigued, little stories might hook you. The loot may not really always be super exciting at the end of a side quest, but XP and a good adventure just manages to still make it worth it. To Eric, our resident Dungeons & Dragons fan, this feels like a miracle. The production values alone put this in the realm of AAA gaming, but the actual gameplay is about as hardcore and, you know, a little inaccessible to CRPG neophytes as it gets. This is a hardcore computer RPG through and through, and Larian seemingly hasn't really made many compromises. You've got 4 party members total, which feels a little small compared to I think 6 you could get in the original games, but it does streamline things a bit. Combat is turn-based, but it tends to be quick and brutal, which is a welcoming change compared to how long certain encounters could last in Divinity 2. The game does a good job easing you into combat, but like once you're out of the tutorial, the gloves are off. Every encounter is a challenge, and they almost never feel stock or half-baked. Even the smaller encounters usually still demand you to think and use everything and really be challenged. It's not often that you come across something and do 2 melee whacks and then it's dead. Like, no, this is not really that type of thing. Even at the start of the game, there are cool, memorable enemy encounters that feel like something out of a D&D session, like something that somebody just makes up. Like, take for example this part where an undead bursts out of a coffin to scare you, and while you're stunned, it runs around breaking open more coffins to get reinforcements. If you're quick enough and kill the one guy, then nobody wakes up. And it's not all just combat either. For a computer RPG, there are a lot of environmental hazards, and it's not just traps like you'd expect from a D&D game. There are areas where the most dangerous thing isn't the enemies, but the world itself. Like this burning building where you have to like put out fires to get through, or these explosive mushrooms that have to be carefully navigated. There's a lot of jumping too. Lots of like almost platforming sections where the only way to progress is to jump. And with like everything else, the moving powers are essential in this game, just like Larian's other games. If you don't want to get bogged down and overwhelmed by enemies, being able to either teleport depending on who you are or jump long distances is practically essential. It can turn nearly impossible combat encounters much easier with the right movement abilities. This sort of thing always keeps you on your toes, but it can also start to be a bit exhausting on the brain because there's very few combat encounters where you can take it easy, especially because unlike the OG Baldur's Gate games where you could just spam resting whenever you want, this game makes you work for it. One thing that makes this game different from other CRPGs is because of its roots in D&D. Spells don't cost mana to cast. Instead, your characters have spell charges that can be recharged with a special ability once, but otherwise can only be restored by taking a long rest. In most D&D RPGs, you just slam that rest button after every encounter, but this game forces you to think about it a little more because now you can't just take a nap every 5 seconds. You actually have to spend resources now, and it's not even a small amount. It's pretty significant. We do like that the game actually gives all the food you find in these games like an actual purpose. When you find crates filled with bread or meat or cheese, you're actually gonna go, ooh, yeah, I need that, because you need to spend those resources on resting. It's clever. Even if it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, like thinking about whether you should rest or not. Overall, we like the mechanic. It adds more depth to a mechanic that originally had none. But of course, it all comes down to your build. the RPG stuff, but also how it affects your dice score, and ultimately you're down to the roll of the dice for everything. It's great that it's at the forefront of the game. It keeps that D&D vibe true to its core, but it doesn't feel hokey, like it's pretending to be a tabletop game or something like that. It just is how it is. And speaking of dice rolls, the role-playing stuff, like we keep saying, is where the game really succeeds. To both of us, this is one of the most impressive things about the game. The depth and width of the role-playing opportunities here is seemingly pretty incredible so far. It seems like every other event or conversation you get into, you get some special response related directly to your character. Now, Eric played as a half-orc paladin with a guildsman backstory, so in any given situation, there are like replies related to being a Baldurian citizen, a paladin, a healer. You can communicate with animals, use your Oathsworn subclass to mediate conflict, and even, as per the lore of D&D, face judgment if you break an oath. The game takes this stuff seriously. If you're a paladin who promises to protect people, then sell them out, then you lose your paladin powers and get chewed out for it. Then I played as a high elf rogue with a performance background and being raised on the streets, so I could take advantage of a bit of stealth and sneak attacks in combat, which is fairly useful, but also I could talk my way out of a lot of stuff, and especially when it came down to me like having to pretend to be someone else or kind of put on a show as a distraction. The amount of opportunities the game presents you to really embrace what your character is probably the biggest achievement, like we keep saying. You can also embrace the darkness and take advantage of Illithid powers that we won't spoil. But if you look into it, a lot of that stuff has been talked about pre-release. Being able to go hog wild and do whatever you want, and even in certain instances, go a bit mean and embrace the dark side seems really tempting every time it crops up. We haven't seen that stuff to the end, though, to tell how meaningful it truly is, so we can't go too much further into it, but it seems good. The world of Baldur's Gate 3 isn't like the biggest, craziest thing. It's not Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it is very dense, and it's easy to spend a lot of time in a relatively small area just because of how much stuff is going on and how much you have to do just to get around. It's so dense that sometimes seemingly plot essential stuff can get easily passed over. There were some areas we had been through multiple times before you even noticed some important NPC. Like a lot of the game, the amount of things gets overwhelming at times. It's at points an exhausting game to play, but it's also easy to just get deeply immersed in. Even when you're stuck or you don't want to progress.
I don't know if this game is for me. A lot of people like it, but it's still something I would get into. But I don't know. Maybe I will. I think I'm gonna buy it anyways. Just try it out. Then again, Starfield's about to come out, and we just started playing Outer Worlds. Sorry.
Do you prefer gaming on a TV or a monitor? I think for story-driven games like The Last of Us and Spider-Man, you can't beat sitting back and relaxing in front of a big screen TV. But can you use a TV for FPS or fast-paced games? Well, you definitely can with TVs like the LG C1 and C2 OLEDs, but you'll probably prefer sitting at a desk instead. And I think that's where a monitor will always win. Playing games like Call of Duty and Apex, you're gonna feel a lot more focused sitting at a desk. But what about you? Do you prefer gaming on a TV or a monitor? I think for story-driven games like
Everyone in the Order knew Anakin Skywalker. Few would live to see what he became.
By the end of the Clone Wars, I walked away from him and the Jedi.
In this war, you will face more than just droids.
This looks sick.
As your master, it's my responsibility to prepare you. I won't always be there to look out for you.
I could use the help.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Don't be afraid. And trust your instincts. I know you can do this, Ahsoka.
That was good. I want to watch that.
So, what's your big goal, dream?
I want to be an astronaut.
Oh my god. You're serious? Okay.
I wanted this for almost 30 years.
Ma, ¿para qué sirven las estrellas?
Every decision I've made with the space program in mind.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Jose Hernandez, sir. I'm an engineer.
You're the new guy, right? That third floor men's room needs toilet paper.
Going to space. It's a stupid dream. Last 10 candidates were chosen from 12,962 applicants. It's never gonna happen.
Those people who got into the program, what do they have that you don't?
They have skills that I don't have. It's taken them years to get where they are, but there's no guarantee. I know this is hard on everybody. My body hurts, I can't sleep. I know I can make this work. Over the last 10 years, I've applied to the space program 12 times, and I've been on the verge of giving up after each and every rejection. But you know what, sir? Here I am. So you could turn me down again, but rest assured, I'll be standing here again in a year.
We grew up watching our people make sacrifices. It's on us now.
Tenacity is a superpower.
This may not be your future, but it will always be your past.
Who better to leave this planet and dive into the unknown than a migrant farm worker?
5, 4, 3, 2.
You're not crying, are you, Pa?
No, no, hombre, no. Some dirt got into my eye.
Looks good. Is it out already?
So, what's your big goal, dream?
I want to be an astronaut.
I think I might get a bigger monitor. 32 inches, I think. Sell this one and get a bigger one. Yeah. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna stream there. You guys have a good night. Take care, or a good day. Take care.